Bwenieve Records is a Kenyan-based record label founded by Agundabweni and his wife Evelyn Wanjiru, who is a Kenyan gospel minister through music. The name of the production was formed from their names Bweni and Eve, forming Bwenieve Records. Bwenieve was founded after Agunda discovered that Evelyn could sing but did not have enough funds to have her own music produced. He decided to study music production through YouTube tutorials, and within 3 weeks, the ideas were in his fingertips. On 5th May 2010, Agundabweni resigned from his job and teamed up with his wife to start Bwenieve Records. Between 2010 to 2013, Agunda produced 3 songs that include Mazingira, Waweza and Mungu Mkuu, which received great feedback from the audience after having airplay in both TV and radio. Upcoming musicians and established ones gained confidence with the label that has now become one of the best recording studios in Kenya. In 2014, it relocated from Nakuru to Nairobi and produced the song Tulia, which won the Group Award 2015. Since then, Bwenieve has produced other songs which include Afathali Kungoj by Emmy kosgei, Narudisha and Nakubaliana by Gloria Muliro, and recently Everlasting by Evelyn Wanjiru, among others. It is said that necessity is the mother of all inventions, and you will always find a way to do what you have set your mind into. Mr. Agundabweni Akweyu gives us more on this.
Karibu pia.
Asante kwa kutukaribisha hapa.
Thank you so much.
So, first things first. Unajua uliacha job.
Oh, nani nilikwambia?
Don't worry.
Oh, kweli, it's true.
Niulize.
Yeah.
Nini ulikuwa nini before you engaged in music production?
Okay.
Yes.
I am a music producer, yes, but before that, I've done chemistry. I've done analytical chemistry. So by the time I was doing music, I was turning into music production. That time I was working as a human resource person somewhere for a company somewhere. I was just in human resource. Yeah, you know, in Kenya we say whatever you study is not what you're gonna maybe work in that profession after school. You have to be flexible and open-minded. So I came out of school with that mind. So I found myself working as a human resource personnel. And yes.
And
for music. Okay, the music, it's very funny. I never intended or I never planned to be a music producer. Situation forced me to do that. That time I was working in Nakuru.
Yes.
So I found a girlfriend. Yes, this girlfriend, I noticed, I discovered that she's very gifted. She was and she's still very gifted young lady. And I asked her, have you ever thought of recording a song so that this gift can reach to the world? She told me, no, I just lead in church, praise and worship, and that is all. And I'm okay with that. So I had to try and convince her on how to do studio recording. So I tried to call some producers who are very good by then in Nairobi, because I knew if she fell in their hands, she would be directly a star and reach out to the world. So I called them. But now these guys were very expensive because I wanted to do audio and video. Because if you understand music, for someone to come out and to be known very well, at least you have to have a visual. A visual is a video for people to people like identifying with the artist by seeing mostly, especially in Africa and Kenya. They like seeing, and then to listen comes as number 2 song. The guy was very expensive. They were true. They were very expensive. And my salary was not allowing me to fit into them in their budget, or whatever they are quoting for me. So, you know what I did? See, I was working in an office.
Yes.
I had an internet, so free internet in my office. So I decided to do tutorials on YouTube about production, just to help her. And I didn't tell her that I was doing that. I started doing it. So when I was able to do at least the first instrumentation, I took it to her. I told her, by the way, I've been doing this on YouTube and I made this instrumentation for you. Can you try singing on it? She did not believe me because she has never seen me producing music. Yes. And she was a girlfriend, as I said. So it was hard for her to believe that I can produce her, or I can give an instrumentation that can make music to the next level. I didn't even have a studio, so we had to ask for some friends around in Nakuru. Thank God there was a friend who had a recording gear in his house. So I sent him the track. He liked the track. He told me, hey, yes, by the way, you can come. You can record her. So we went to his house, we recorded. We did a song. It was about environment, Mazingira. I'm sure you heard the song, huh?
Not yet.
You should play it for your audience.
I will.
Because I'm laughing because of the kind of video and the way she was very small.
I've seen the video.
She was very tiny. So after that, you know how God works. God is very, God is great. And I usually say He directs our footsteps. Do you know that song? We released the song. It was the first song. It was picked by the government as a theme song to reclaim Mau Forest. But then in Mau Forest was the thing when you remember it was kind of political or people are really pushing for it just for the reclamation. So they took the song as a theme song. And then from nowhere, there was this journalist coming, looking for her. They want to know this small girl that has done a song about environment. Yes, and that's how her journey began, and that's how my journey began as a music producer. And yes.
Production, your music production, you tell me, nini ulafaa kuwa nayo ndio ukwe
producer.
You producer.
First of all, as I said, you need knowledge. You need a know-how. And nowadays, knowledge is not all about, yes, I encourage people to go to school, is important, but there's a school, there's another school that is called YouTube school. I'm a beneficiary of that.
And by the way, your YouTube school is a tutorial. You take how long you take how long kushika?
I'm a fast learner, so for me it took me like, for me to do the first instrumentation, it took me like 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yes. To know how to use softwares, to discover which software is good. Yes, 3 weeks I was able to produce.
Kuna easy productions where you use live instruments.
Yes.
Like you need live instruments.
Yes, I do that.
Do you have basics here for instruments?
Yes, I play. Actually, I grew up in church. I'm a PK. I'm a pastor's son. Yes, I'm a pastor kid. So I grew up in church. The advantage I had was that I know how to play piano. I can play bass guitar. I can strum acoustic guitar. What else can I play? Yes, those three. Yes. So the only thing I did know was now handling the production softwares. Yes, and creating music out of that. Even though the first instrumentation I didn't use those keyboard in here. It was just in the office. This software that every producer knows. They start through that. It's called Fruity Loops. It's FL. So everyone starts from that. You can make instrumentation without any MIDI controller or keyboard. That's what I was using.
And in terms of capital,
there's a question you asked me. I don't know if I've answered. Oh yes, the knowledge.
Yes.
First.
There's about capital. Unajua watu wengi wanafikiria ndio uko na studio kama hii ama ndio uanze production, you really need big money. So you ilianza na pesa ngapi? And for that person kuangalia sahi nataka kuanza production. 1 million ndio uko na kitu kama hii, 50,000. I mean range yako iko wapi?
I like that question because you know, my grandma once told me if you want to do something, if you look at how much that thing cost, sometimes you'll never start it. So for me, I believe in dreaming first and then acting. And acting does not mean that you must have like millions for you to start. Start with what you have. Start the little you have. Like for me, what I did, you see, I started borrowing people's facilities to produce. I didn't have my own. So like the first one, we went to a friend's house, and then from there I borrowed a gear from a friend who gave me for some times. I used it, and then he came unannounced to come and pick his gear, and I had class, so I was left without gear, but I had class because I had already now, people are already now believing in me. If I've done a song, it's on newspaper and radio, so, and TV. So I was left with class. I didn't have gear, I had knowledge. So thank God there's a way, I managed to secure a loan. And that loan, for me to pay back, it was very hard. A loan of like 7K. Yeah, I was still in Nakuru.
70K?
No, 7K.
7?
Yeah. I went to buy a computer, very slow computer, because that's the only one I could afford. Very slow. That ile unafinya button ya start, when you take shower, you take breakfast. I mean, ujitayarishe, you take breakfast, urudi upate, bado inawaka, bado inabuti. So, but I managed to start with that. And some microphones, very poor quality things. Yeah. And through that, I upgraded to the next level. Yeah, I did not just stay in the same level. Yes. Actually, there's a time in next some people could not come to record in my studio because they knew that studio that don't have equipment. But I never gave up because I knew whatever was in my mind, what I wanted to achieve. Yes, I could feel bad. People are not like seeing what I want to offer them. You see, yeah. There's a time I used to charge 1,000 bob to do a song. And that 1,000 bob, musicians could not even afford to pay all of it at a go because some of them they could come. I have a deposit of 300 bob. I will take it. You get it? Yeah, I will take that. Yes, in Nakuru, some of them I know you know them. You might ask. So 300, nalipa kidogo, nakuja lipe 200, na piano song, and some of the songs could play on radio. Get it? Because I was just doing it so that people can believe in what I'm doing. I just wanted people to know that yes, I can do it. You see? So from there now, so that's where I am now.
Nini imekufanya ukabaki relevant? Know that unajua kila mahali ukiona tu hiyo
Bwenieve, oh, I like that.
Nini hiyo unajua people are rising. Production inakuwa kubwa, music production inakuwa kubwa. Every single day kunatokea watu wa Kenya. Nini inakufanya ubaki pale kwa nini?
First of all, trusting in God, committing your work to God all the time. Because Bible is the one who blesses the works of our hands. Then, staying focused despite of all challenges you face. Make sure, just have a mind of jumping over every obstacle that you get on your way. Just step on it if you can. If you can't, jump over it to the next level. Then always reinvent yourself. don't just release the same thing all the time. Make sure you reinvent yourself.
Nice.
Come up. Let not people predict your next production. Yes, that's what kills other producers, if I may say. Just be diverse. Whatever I was doing 10 years ago is not what I'm producing right now. True. Yes, you just have to. Music is art, and art has to be dynamic for you to remain relevant. Yes, and then I still insist seeking knowledge. Yes, so you have to just study, know which software is on market, which one is good, which one is working. Invest back into your work. At least don't just eat everything that comes. Buy softwares, buy good gear. You see, because you can just be getting money. You're not buying good computers, softwares. Yeah. Then talk to people that you look up to. Right now, the world is a village. I can talk to a producer that I look up to in America. True. You get it? In Nigeria, Tanzania, Uganda. Yes. Things are easy nowadays.
Internet.
Yes.
Well, guys, you've had it from Agu. Sana and I insist in knowledge.
Yes.
That poses a challenge to you. Don't go too far. Just sit kijibamba hapa na chai. We will be right back. This is the Breakout Show.